Hi there, Tosca Reno here. How are you doing this evening? Woo, I am happy to be here. Happy to be here. Welcome to my kitchen. Let's see, something is wrong here. Let's try again. My Facebook connection did not work. Let's hold on tight. We might not even go live on Facebook if it doesn't work. We'll try it again. Get ready. Are you guys all doing okay? Are you doing good? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's been a busy day. I've got lots done as far as life goes. Lots of writing. Lots of, I spent a lot of time outside. It looks like for some reason I'm not going to be able to get my Facebook connection, so we're going to have a better angle apparently with Instagram. People were asking, Tosca, could you just show us a little bit more about what you're doing? Show your hands. So I guess we're going to get it. We're going to get it this way because my apologies. My Instagram did not work. So yikes, too bad for that, but we'll make sure to post definitely on Facebook. And sorry, I said my Facebook didn't work, my Instagram did. Okay, so I got a lot of stuff in front of me. I know my daughter, who is a producer, is probably losing her mind saying, oh mom, you've got too much crap on the counter, which I likely do, but that's okay. So I just want to start off with a little public service announcement with the COVID virus. Okay, who knows what that is? Who knows what that is? Well, I'm going to show you what it is. We got word today that we are now meant to travel in grocery stores, covering ourselves, covering our nose and mouth, and if you have to have glasses on, that it has to sit over the nose with the fabric. And that way, you know, it's not an N95 mask, but this definitely will help sort of protect us from the virus. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, it's Tosca Reno, and I am the founder of the Eat Clean Diet. Yes, I touched my face. I've been in quarantine for 3 weeks. I'm okay. I just, there, I'm not in public. Also, you're not eating these power balls, or at least the ones that I'm making. You're going to have them later. But thank you so much for joining me for this live session. I've been doing these over the course of the last 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Because I really felt like I wanted to nurture you along in your quarantine, and I thought that probably it's a good idea for us to have a little preparedness at hand. So I started with the very first recipe I did, which was the bone broth, and it was amazing. It kind of exploded, and the workouts have gone well. I'm surprised actually. The journaling sessions have gone very well too. So here's your homework. Here's your homework. If you could all just let me know where you're listening from, how you're doing, send hearts. I love all the colored hearts. I love this platform. Thanks so much for being here with me. If you're just tuning in, my name's Tosca Reno. And if you could also send me where you're listening from. I'd love to learn how you're doing, how you're feeling. And also, if you're listening on the replay, just put #replay. That way I can track sort of when is the best time to chat up with you. Once again, I'm terribly sorry for anybody that is waiting over on Facebook. I'm apologizing. Right now, my Facebook was a fail, but Instagram, yay. All right. All right. So, and if you think that somebody might enjoy learning how to make a no-bake treat, we've been very good. We've behaved for 3 weeks, but now we're doing a no-bake treat. Would you just let them know? You can tag them by writing their name in a comment, and they will come and join you. So super stoked to have you here. I want to share some of my energy, my passion for wellness with you. Everything that I've been doing in the last little while has been completely driven by my goals to help you achieve your highest state of wellness so that we don't become victims to this virus or any other virus for that matter, that we give ourselves the best chance for wellness. And one of the ways that I feel is really fun to promote wellness within us is by creating recipes that are raw, not sugary, easy to make, and an excellent alternative for any kind of sweet treat that we want. Because when we're in isolation like this, when we're in COVID isolation, we want some goodness. We want something that is sweet but not gonna make us sick, because as you know, when you eat sugar, you depress your immune system. So we're gonna go with Power Balls. I've made this recipe a bazillion times. It varies a lot depending on the ingredients I have in my house. Do y'all like oatmeal? Because this is the basis of the recipe. Now, I went and looked for millet. There was no millet to be found, but I had stocked up on several bags of oatmeal. So what I thought was, this particular recipe, although it calls for a 1/4 cup of cooked millet, I'm actually gonna up the oatmeal, and I'm just gonna use all oatmeal and no millet. If you have millet, go right ahead and use it. But here goes my healthy cup, 3/4 of a cup of gluten-free, oh my goodness, gluten-free. It's okay, I can still talk. Rolled oats. I'm using the large flake ones, and where I said I'm gonna mix it in a bowl, I'm actually putting this in my food processor. Yay, food processor. It makes it so easy. Okay, now a really healthy basis for a healthy recipe and for your immune system is pumpkin seeds. These are raw, unsalted, untoasted. Why these are exceptional right now for your health is because guess what? Your immune system needs zinc, and raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds are loaded with zinc. So zinc is essential to keep that immune system charging along and happy. So that's a 1/4 cup of raw pumpkin seeds. Now, you know me, I'm always a big fan of the flax, so I'm gonna throw in 2 tablespoons. I think I went a little heavy on that, but I'm gonna tell you what, this is a very forgiving recipe, so it doesn't matter if you're a little bit over, it's okay. And flaxseed has to go in because frankly, I don't know, I eat flax in everything. You know how that lady says that, what is it, Frank's Red Hot, and she goes, I put that bleep on everything? That's like me and flax. I put that bleep on everything. Okay, also chia. Now, what's awesome about the chia and flax is you've got healthy fats, and healthy fats are essential to help deliver nutrients into the right places. So let's throw some chia in there. I've got a couple of tablespoons, super easy. Once again, you can see the kitchen witch was busy. All these things are just right at my fingertips. It makes it so easy, right? Yeah, who do you think the kitchen witch is? Hello, that would be me. That's okay. Now, the other ingredient that I had an issue getting was just a plain protein powder. I can get it. I'm going to order it online. My favorite right now is the TR90 Green Shake. I did not order the vanilla, but I did happen to have, this is the great thing about a stocked pantry, I did happen to have some awesome hemp seeds. So I'm pouring lots of hemp in here. I believe I have, what does it say that I measured out? A 1/2 cup. And hemp also has lovely fat in it. I enjoy the flavor of hemp, especially when I add some natural nut butter to it. Now we're gonna get to the sweet part. I've got here some dried cranberries. I'll let you have a look at that, dried cranberries. And what's great about the dried cranberries is these are organic and they're sulfate and sulfur free and all that good stuff. It makes them a little bit tart. Yeah, they're tart, but it gives you a little bit of fiber too, right? And the chewiness. Now, the other thing that was called for in this recipe is currants. But guess what? Couldn't find currants either. So we're already starting to see how difficult it is to get certain ingredients to come up to Canada from wherever they come from, whether it's somewhere else on the globe or the United States. But definitely we're now starting to see that it's going to be much more difficult to get various ingredients. Let me just have a little check-in. How are you doing? Can you hear me okay? How's everybody doing? I love you guys. This is actually a lot of fun. You know what? When I'm doing this, I kind of feel like I have my own television show. I mean, I know I don't really, and it's so funny because you know, I go to a lot of trouble setting this all up. If you looked at my setup right now, you would just laugh because I am so not a pro. And this is not a highly produced show. This is a live, remember, right? So, but I'm trying really hard. I'm learning how to play with the lights. I'm learning how to set up the camera angles. And even the best laid plans sometimes go, like my little grandson's just learned how to blow raspberries. He's 1. And I don't get to see him, but he blows raspberries when he doesn't know what to say. He goes, so I just said, whatever. Okay, I can't. Sometimes the technology just wants to take me and shake me, and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to give this a little whiz. It's going to get a little bit loud. Hold on tight. Here we go. In my food processor. Yeah. I'm going to pulse it. Okay, now, the next thing, okay, so things are starting to break up in there, which is great. But now we need some glue, right? Now we need some to hold it together. So you've seen me hold up this vanilla before. I'm going to use a good quality organic vanilla. It's important, all of these ingredients, when possible, to get organic, because what happens in less than organic, let's say, farming conditions is it's possible to be exposed to a lot of heavy metals and toxins. And these things never leave the body. They also harm your immune system. And where I may sound like I'm harping at you, like if you can get the organic, please do. If you can grow your own stuff organically, even better. But this is the reason why, because we actually need to very much protect those systems that are working within us to keep us well. So that is a teaspoon of vanilla. All right, and now a little bit of glue. So this would be my natural nut butter. See, I can just hold it like that. It won't run out. I used almond butter, natural almond butter, meaning all I have in there is the fat from the almonds and a lovely flavor. You can use a combination if you want to use peanut butter, if you want to use there's something called sun butter. I think it's a combination of sunflowers and something, coconut oil. What I find with the glue part is that sometimes you might have to add a little bit more, but that's okay. This is what I call a very forgiving recipe. So you can do just about anything. Let me just see, somebody sent a message. You're welcome to send me messages, you know. Hello, hi, there's Mieko. And I see Tanya. Hey, Tanya, it's so nice to see you. I always see you on my platforms. I'm so grateful. Thank you for following along. I really appreciate that. Hi, Susie. Hi, I hope you're all doing well. Okay, now we're going to add some molasses. Now, it says a tablespoon. There's Maria Makes Muffins. Hi. If you're just tuning in, it's Tosca Reno. It says to add a tablespoon of molasses in this recipe. I find molasses really tough to measure, so sometimes I just do that. There we go. And remember, I think on another show, what I was talking about was how excellent a really good quality molasses is for you, because it is so loaded with minerals. So, and why minerals matter so much, once again, it's just like the zinc in the pumpkin seeds, to be able to get those minerals in the body, especially with the vehicle of the fat, is the key thing that's going to help many of your organs stay healthy, stay immune, stay functioning the way you want them to function. You'll know that you have mineral deficiencies when you see little white marks in your fingernails, when you get muscle cramps, when you don't have that endurance in your muscles, for example. Muscles fatigue quickly, often has to do with the lack of minerals in your body. And there's a lot we can do to fix that. We just have to be able to get the right sources of minerals in us. Okay, so now we're gonna give this a whiz. It's gonna get a little bit noisy, and I want you to know that because it's such a forgiving recipe, if I have to adjust this by making, adding a little bit more, let's say natural nut butter or whatever to the mix, I will do that. So now we're gonna get this moving around. Yep, I'm gonna pulse it. And it's starting to come together. That's the whole thing you want. Okay. This is why I say I really like the food processor for this. Yes, okay, this is awesome. I'm gonna take a little bit of the mixture, and the way I test it is I just squish it together to see if it actually holds. This is a good test, and I'm gonna show you what this ball looks like, and then I'm gonna make a decision if I have to add. What do you think of that? Is that good? Let me see. Oh, it smells lovely. Now, I think these are gonna hold together pretty well, but there's a part of me that thinks I might wanna, I don't know, this is pretty good. I might wanna add just a little dollop more of natural nut butter, which is fine because it's such an easy recipe. And after you make all the balls, you can just place them on a cookie sheet, which I have prepared over here, the kitchen witch did it all before, and you just set them all out singly, individually on your baking sheet, but you're not baking them. You're just gonna get them all ready, and then you can cover and refrigerate. And then they set up a little bit for you. So a good serving size for these is 1 to 2 power balls. There's a ton of energy in each one. There is a ton of flavor. There is not a lot of sugar. And this to me is one of the key ways to keep yourself, as I say before, healthy. It's not an abundance of sugar that's going to do it for you. And I wanted to share also with you that I'm putting all of these recipes and all these resources and all these videos and loads of other resources on my website, toscareno.com. The reason I did that is because we are in unprecedented times. I mean, there's a crisis happening globally, and we are, you know, the last time there was something of this magnitude happening, it was the Spanish flu at the turn of the 19th century, and it killed a lot of people, and we don't want this to happen. We can withstand the disease if we follow the protocols, if you follow the right thing to do, which once again, I'll demonstrate. I use this when I'm running. This is called a buff. Cyclists use it. Now we're being asked to wear these things. Hello. When we go out, in public spaces, so we can help. I think it gives a signal too to other people, like, yes, I'm caring and I'm listening to the protocols and I'm following and I'm going to stay safe and I'm going to keep you safe too. So I think that's a really powerful message to send. And so my resources are available at toscareno.com, and I created a resource page called Tosca at Home. Tosca at Home, which I'm at home. This is my little tiny kitchen. It's not fancy, but my pantry is well stocked. So I'm teaching you the be ready part, the be ready for anything. Be ready to be ready to be ready. If you're an Abraham Hicks follower, you know what I mean when I say that. Be ready for anything that will happen. You know, it seems to me like every week there's a new strategy or a new outcome or a new something related to this disease. And I don't think we haven't seen the worst of it yet. I think more is coming, but we don't need to be in fear. When we practice the principles of wellness that I just absolutely subscribe to and teach, which is eating clean, and power balls are a clean recipe because there's no garbage in there, no sugar. Exercising, which today I spent 4 hours outside doing yard work. Yesterday I did the same thing. I'm working out twice a day. I feel stronger than ever. And also it's the emotional self-care bit. So it's the meditating, it's the journaling, it's the doing things to satisfy your soul. I feel like it's so powerful and so important. And I feel also that we're at a time where we are on the crux of a wildly abundant and creative period of time. We'll see what happens when this is all over. But that's why I created the resource page, because I wanted you to have a place to go so that you could find out, how do I make the bone broth so I can keep myself healthy? How do I grow vegetables? I'm going to be putting my vegetable garden soon. How do I make treats that taste good that don't have sugar in it to keep my kids happy? How do I make a meat alternative burger, which, by the way, those came out beautifully. And I had a request to do a few more sweet treats, so I will, but I will balance it out with all the good stuff. So over and out, make sure you visit my website, toscareno.com. I bless you, and I just bestow so much love on you. And remember that my passion is your wellness.